What's up YouTube, this is Mac1. Today I'm bringing you a slightly different deck profile. I'm revisiting one of my really old deck profiles, one of the first few I profiled on my channel. I'm going back to Dark Lords, because I think with the recent additions of Curry Bandit and Soul Charge that they could be a pretty decent deck. I'm not talking about like winning YCSs and stuff, but they could certainly cause a storm at locals, maybe even regional. This build is focused slightly more on the Athena burn loop, which I'll get to after the deck profile, so it's not quite as beat sticky as my other profile. But yeah, let's get into it. First off, play triple Asmodeus. What he does is he foolishes a fairy once per turn, and when he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can summon 2 tokens, one of which can't be destroyed by battle and the other can't be destroyed by card effects, so it's a great way to buy yourself a turn or two. Two Dark Lord Superbia. When this card's special summoned from the graveyard, you can target any fairy type monster in your graveyard apart from another Superbia and special summon it. I only run 2 because it's a bit dead in hand. Play triple Athena. You need 3 to do the OTK burn loop. What this card does is every time a fairy monster is summoned, inflict 600 damage, and once per turn you can send one fairy type monster you control, except Athena, to the graveyard to special summon one fairy type monster from your graveyard except Athena. Into the other big fairies, to Christia. Didn't feel like running 3, I think I thought 3 clogged a little bit, but 2 is pretty much the perfect number. 1 Hyperion, just for popping things, and 1 Zerato for much the same. For your smaller fairies, I run triple Herald of Orange. This allows you to interrupt your opponent's plays, and also allows you to get your big fairies into the graveyard if they're stuck in hand. And the last fairy I run is triple Hecatrice. Hecatrice, you pitch it and search your Valhalla. For the non-fairies, I'm running 2 Curry Bandit. Might bump it up to 3, I'm not sure yet, but I think 2 is a good number. The main function of this card in this deck is to dump your big fairies from your deck, whilst also nabbing your Soul Charge. I mean, the God Mill from this is Superbia, triple Athena, and Soul Charge. Then you've got the burn loop next turn, but obviously you have to be really lucky to get that. And then to round off the monsters to play 1 BLS, because you play lots of lights and ducks. For spells, triple Valhalla. This turns every fairy in your hand into Cyber Dragon, basically. Triple Upstart for consistency. In extra 1 or 2k isn't all that important. The OTK loop by itself does over 10,000, and then you have a field full of really strong monsters to deal the last 600 if you've played all 3. So the pros definitely outweigh the cost for Upstart. Draw trade in for consistency and getting your Superbias into grave. Allure for draw power. Burial for getting stuff into grave. And then triple Soul Charge. Soul Charge is 1000 life point. Burn doesn't interrupt Superbia's effect, even though it's optional. So it's extremely good. Always thought Soul Charge was a little bit risky for most decks to play, simply because if you want to soul charge back a full field, you're having to pay like 2 or 3k, and then make exceed plays or what have you. But with this, you only need to pay 1k, and you have the loop. And I don't run many traps, just triple call, because this also gets you into your loop, and 2 decree to protect your monsters once they start going off. For the extra deck, run 1 Herald, 1 Arc, Exton, Big Eye, 1 Dragosack. Dragosack's important for your burn loop, you kind of have to play it if you want to go for it. Without Dragosack you deal, I think it was 7-2, with the Dragosack you deal 10-4, and then you can keep burning if you add more Dragosacks, but I only own the one. Foreign Kates, Prime Photon, Heliopolis, Tachyon, Neo Galaxy Eyes, and Giant Trainer. The only reason I'm not playing 1 or 2 Felgrands is because I don't own them, but you could cut like a Giant Trainer and Prime for 2 Felgrands, which is what I would do if I own them. And I play 5 Synchros in the form of Catasta, Goyo, Black Rose, Leo, and Star Eater, because Herald of Orange is a tuner, and the 2 tokens you get from Asmodeus are level 3 and 5, so you can make different combinations of stuff. Yeah, I'll now cut to video explaining the Athena burn loop. In order to perform the Athena burn loop, you need any random fairy, 1 Superbia, and 3 Athena all in your graveyard. This can be achieved by Foolish Burial, Asmodeus, Crew Bandit, trade-ins, Herald, that kind of thing. But they all need to be in your graveyard. You also need to have 1 random card on the field. Doesn't matter what it is, it can be your opponent's card, it can be your card. It just needs to not be involved directly with the monsters looping. And then you need 1 form of revival, which can be Core Haunted or Soul Charge. And you also need a Dragosack in the extra deck. Okay, in order to perform this, you also need to have no monsters on the field. You activate your revival, bring back Superbia, which brings back Athena. You can then activate Athena's effect, sending the Superbia, and then reviving the same Superbia, bring back a second Athena. Because 2 fairies were summoned, this deals 1200. You can then activate the second Athena's effect, do the same, bring out third Athena, dealing more damage from both your previous Athenas. Then what you do, before you activate your third Athena, you exceed into Dragosack, tributing your Dragosack without summoning the tokens to destroy anything on the field. This is simply to get your previous Athenas back into the graveyard. And then you do the loop again, and then you activate your third Athena, summoning back your random fairy, dealing even more damage. And if my math is correct, that loop, if you could play it to its end, deals 10,400 damage. Obviously you'll deal lethal damage to your opponent in that time. Yeah, it's just a cool little combo. Let me know what you think of the deck, what you think of the combo. Do you reckon it's any good? Do you think it's terrible? let me know in the comments section below. This is MacKinI1, signing out.